Hello everyone. To celebrate the 1 year anniversary of me beating Kyouki, which is by far the hardest thing I have ever done, we are going to be ranking every single click in the entire level. Obviously, I'm not going to be spending a lot of time analyzing every single one individually, but there's definitely some that are more impactful than the others, so there's going to be some stuff to say about it. Is the music too loud? Yeah, there we go. Alright. What do you guys say we get started? So you guys obviously can give me your input, but we're gonna be going kind of quick. I don't know how much discussion we'll be doing each one. But, okay, so, obviously we have to start off with the first click of the level. And, I think it makes sense to discuss the first click of the level a little more than some of the other ones. It's the first click of the level. You start off here and you go in. That's the beginning. I don't think the first click's S, because while it is the first click of the level, it's just a slow cube jump, right? We can't be putting a slow cube jump in S tier. Like, there's a lot of clicks that are way cooler than a slow cube jump. But it's the first click. I think it deserves A, because, it's a cool jump. It's not, like, the most uncool jump out there. You jump through the saw and the spike there, and it's the first click of the whole level. I think A is fair enough. And B is also a fair assessment, but I think we'll go A for now. If there's a bunch of levels that are, like, clogging the A tier levels, okay, now we gotta start picking up the pace. There we got the second click. This is just a random orb click that goes to these spikes. I'm gonna give that to you. I think it's pretty normal. And then we're actually coming up to a click I enjoy a little bit more than the other ones. Not this one. This one's like, okay. Actually, this one's like a B. It's a cool orb click. Let me actually bring the video up to this so you guys can, like, see what I'm talking about. This click's actually pretty cool. I actually like that one quite a bit. So I'll give that one a B. This green orb click, I actually also like quite a lot. These orb clicks in the pre-drop, I'm actually a pretty big fan of. I'm gonna give this one A. So the thing with some of the clicks in Kyouki, some of them are so late that when you're watching a video, you're like, wait a second, is that really possible? I mean, this click, it doesn't really apply to, but when we get to them, there's some clicks that kind of just look like stupid. Now we have this click. This click on this black orb is also one of my favorites in the pre-drop. Like, this one's like, okay. And then this one, it feels really powerful though, because you have to click this really late. This one was, like, hard to get good at, I remember. I think this one deserves at least an A tier. And then you have this click. This click is kind of just whatever. Okay, thank you, Minecraft OST. Chicken noises. This green orb is like C, and then this is the good one. This is the good click here. This red orb, this one feels cool. Where you, like, go up here. I like that one a lot. I think that one gets that. That one has some weight to it, This one's kind of just a whatever green orb click, I guess C. Probably gonna end up being like a bell curve kind of thing. There's gonna be like a ton of C clears that are just whatever, or C clicks, sorry. Well, I think the entire point is that I'm just making things up, right? This is entirely subjective. I guess I should have said it earlier. The metric for this is entirely based on vibes. Like, it's clicks in a GD level. There's not much else you can do other than just go off of vibes. How does it feel, How consistent it is? How fun is it, We have this wave click here. I feel like the thing with wave clicks in general is individually wave clicks aren't that cool. What makes wave cool is the clicks, like, being strung together. So I feel like there's kind of a bias against wave clicks in general for this. Because, like, I look at this click, it's like, it's just a wave click. It's like, whatever. I'm thinking, like, C. But I think if I combine it with, like, the next click, that kind of brings up to a B. I think, like, those two together, like, boom, boom, that's like a B. And that's especially gonna matter for the wave at 61, because it's like, it's the one where it goes, like, boom, 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 like, all up and down, all around. Is the 95 click that kill me getting the F treatment? I don't know. That, when we get there, I'll have to decide if the click killing me in a stupid way will, like, change the ranking. I'm not so sure. Maybe it will. It kind of just depends how I feel towards it, so. Alright, we've arrived, everybody. This is, this is the click. Here we are. You guys know this click, so, obviously. This is the S tier click. This is the golden standard. This is what every click on this list is aspiring to be like. This is the gold standard right here. It might honestly just deserve its own tier, like, straight up. Dash orb click. Like, that gets its own tier. That's like SSS. Like, that's the click. So if any click is even remotely as cool as that one, it pretty much just gets S automatically. I think we have to pick up the pace a bit because we are like roughly 13% through, and it's been like 20 minutes. So we gotta go unless we want to be here for 3 hours. Okay, this is also a really cool click. I don't know if you guys remember this one. This is the one that goes like this. Like, the screen goes all glitchy, and then you go like that. This is a cool click. I don't know if it's S tier, but that's like one of the clicks I remember. It's at least high A tier. What do I have in A tier? I have the first jump, and I have like, oh yeah, no, A tier is like, yeah, no, this is better than A tier. This is S. That's noticeably a better click, so I'll put that in S. Okay, then you have this mini wave. I think the first click is kind of whatever, but then the second click is like awesome. Like, you go in, but then like this, for some reason, the way like your wave kind of looks here when you do this movement, this looks sick. Like this is cool. I think this deserves A at least. This one here is good. So a pattern that's going to be kind of recurring is at the end of the parts in Kyouki, there's these clicks that like kind of transition you into the next part, and they're usually pretty impactful. Like this one is really cool, like, where you go like bounce and you like go into the next part. That one always felt really cool to do. This one's easily an A tier. It might be S tier actually. I think this one deserves S considering what's an A. Like it's just better than these ones. So this one's C, but then this one with the orb I think deserves A. This one feels very satisfying. It's this one. Boom, boom, because you kind of like barely make it here even. That's what I'm talking about with this level. There's a lot of these kinds of clicks where you click really late. It kind of looks like you can't really make it to the platform, but then you kind of just do. And then this is the wave spam, so this is kind of kind of feels redundant to put these like in different. Well, it kind of feels useless to put them in different ranks. Like this is just the same wave spam here. How cool is this wave spam? It's pretty cool, especially considering Demisho put a thing that was like too strong, too weak. I think we can just dump all these in A. It doesn't look too bad because they're all like kind of in a row. It kind of looks like it makes sense. These are pretty cool. I think the blue orb click was like B, but I think this one here gets an A. You have this one, and then you have this one here. This one, you like, it kind of all moves up and you have to click it and you like go into this next part. That's another one of the cool like transition clicks. I don't think it's quite as cool as these two though. I'm gonna give it A. Yeah, I'm getting average vibes from this. This is not average though. This is one of the clicks I looked at and I was like, oh yes, like this one. This is where the entire screen like becomes this and you jump up with the green. I think this might be S tier. This one is really cool to do. Like it feels very impactful. Third S tier click right here. No, it is that special. Let me turn on the audio here. So it's like, it's that one. It's the one where it goes and you go like up through there. It slows down and everything like flashes. Like that one feels cool. It's like, yeah, it's like the dash over part of the song. This is another really cool one. This is another one where like the screen like goes this mode. You click this blue orb and you go down through this gap. I think that was pretty cool. I don't know if it's S tier though. It's kind of similar to this other one I put in S, so I kind of feel like I have to, but also it's like low S. I think it barely makes the mark for S. And then you have this jump. This jump into this dash orb is very overshadowed by this next click being what it is, because this is the one where you jump up into it and then you do this dash orb here, and then it syncs with the song. It goes into the next part. Like that's one of the coolest clicks in like the whole thing. But then you have this one. It's like, oh. It's like its little brother that's unsuccessful, like F. And this is the really cool one. So I don't. I guess it should be S, considering what else is in S. So it's. I feel like it's mostly F though, because just of how much cooler the next click is. It's like it almost feels like it's not supposed to be there. It's like a fake imposter click. I don't know. Whatever. That's just how it feels to me. Maybe you're right. Maybe it does lead up to it. I guess. You know, maybe it's not worthless. We can put in D. Hey. Hey. Okay. She wants to leave. Goodbye, cat. Stupid cat. Can't believe she's been meowing in my live streams for a year and a half now. Now we're getting to some cool clicks, actually. This one here is the robot jump in this part. And actually, this is one of the coolest clicks just in general, I think. Like, transitioning into this part and, like, getting here, like, this felt very, like okay, like, let's do it. Like, this click is like, boom. Let's go. It's at least A. I don't know if I'm gonna give it S. I don't think it's quite good enough. Currently making progress. I'm sorry, I can't really slow down to like talk about anything because look at how much we have here. Like I'm getting there. I'm almost halfway. Almost halfway in an hour. Yeah, it should be. Well, hey, I mean we're getting there. You know, should hopefully just be another hour. And then you have this one. This one feels very cool. Like, you know, this Clubstep monster, he's not all show. He's actually pretty fun to conquer. Okay, that's not a good way to say it. Forgive me. It's pretty fun to pass him. I don't know how else to say it. I'm sorry. It feels pretty satisfying to go through this gap, actually. So I think this one's A-worthy. All right. This part sucks. This shit part sucked, dude. These two clicks to set yourself up for this. Boom, boom. This felt horrible to do. Like, I didn't like this. I died here so many times. It was not fun. For that reason, these get F, these two. This sequence here at the end feels pretty cool. I think this click here, this click and this click are both like A, but then the other ones in the whole sequence like B probably. Like, I like this duel, this like whole sequence. It's like mostly B, and then these two feel good. These two are A. This is one of the clicks that looks terrifying, but actually isn't that hard, but it also feels pretty cool. Like this one. This orb is here and it's like hugging like this spike here. It's actually not like, it's not that hard, but it looks hard. It looks like how would you ever do that? It's like one of those timing. I think this one gets an A. So now we're at this wave. This wave, I had a very hard time with at first, but it got very consistent. This wave feels really cool to do. Now, how I should rank these clicks, I'm not so sure because, you know, again, on their own, it's not like wave clicks on their own are exactly the most exciting thing. It's like this sequence all together. It's really cool, but it's hard to like tell that, which is a bunch of snippets. I think this click specifically is cool. Like, it's the first click in the part. You get over the spike. I think it felt pretty cool to execute that correctly. Like this click of the wave gets an A. I guess these two are kind of like average, I guess. We'll call these two clicks C. I think of this click. This click with the portal, I think it's a little better than average. Then you go into portal, you go down, feels pretty cool, I guess. These clicks, I think this one's whatever. This one feels cool because you kind of like go upward and then you go down. I don't know. Like these two felt cool in combination. See, I don't think any of these clicks are bad. Like I'm not gonna put any D. Like it's a cool wave part, but like okay, I'll put these two together. This one feels cool in specific though, because the level like it slows down. There's like an invisible speed change, and like when you get good at it, when you learn it, it feels really satisfying for some reason, like even though it's, you know, invisible speed change. Ew. Let me just look at for a second like what I did so far. It's certainly a lot of colors. It's just a blob of color, dude. Okay, how far? We're 64. I've been slowing down a bit. We gotta get a move on here. It's like when the paints are half mixed. Yeah, like this is like I'm in my paint studio right now. Like this, I'm mixing all the colors together here. Okay, this is the pink orb. I'm gonna give this one a D because it doesn't feel like anything to me. It is building up though to something that feels like more. Like this click actually is insane. This is one of the clicks where you watch Demetrio verify the level and you're like, wait a second, is this level possible? Because like, you know, you kind of have to fall off there and like go here somehow. It doesn't look real. It's actually not that hard of a click, but it feels pretty cool. I'm gonna, yeah, actually, I guess the size of B tier has gotten a lot larger than A tier, so I don't feel too bad putting this in A. I think it's a little cooler than some of these other ones because of how much Kyouki it looks like you get there. I guess these both can go in B. I think the reason why B tier is so big also is because I keep on putting like sequences of stuff into B. It's like the sequence zone. It's like I'm giving like some clicks like leeway because it's like, oh, I like the sequence. Let's put the sequence in B. So like that's kind of why. Okay, this one I think is this one's cooler than some others because this is the one where you hit this late and then you kind of like do nothing and like the level kind of, I don't even know how to explain it. Like it looks like you have to do something but then it like glitches out and you kind of just wait like that. I think that one's probably deserving of a. This is the double click. This double click is really weird. I think I died here. I don't know if I died here multiple times, but I'm pretty sure something went wrong here. Like this double click just felt gross a lot of the time. I think I might just give these like this 2-click sequence F just because it feels so awkward and like you have to click in such a specific spot. I think these can go in F. And then this double click felt nasty. Okay, and then this is another one where this one's like way cooler than this one. So this one's probably like C. But then you have this. This one felt really cool because you kind of like go up and then you go up. Like this is the last click in the part. Like just going through this gap felt very cool. I don't know if it's S tier. It might be. We really don't have that many S tiers. I think it's probably just cool enough. It was really cool to like get the dual ships to that gap like that. The way you fly there. Now we're this one. This is kind of just the transitional jump. Honestly, this one kind of sucks because the transition's very sudden. You're kind of just thrown into this and you kind of have to just time this jump correctly. It's kind of weird. I wasn't really a huge fan of that. I guess I'll put an F just because it's like, it's another one of those weird transitional clicks. I have another one of those there. This one, what was this one? This was the, I like this ship a lot actually. This click is actually kind of whatever, but then this click, this dash orb down, like landing here, and then you get this click like through this gap. I really like that sequence a lot. This one's probably still slightly better than average though. And then I think both of these get A. Look at how tasty this tier looks. I can't talk. Look at how tasty this tier list looks though. We got all kinds of flavors here. This looks delicious. This one's another kind of click that sets up another cool click. I guess it's just a cube jump's kind of average. This is cool. I like this red orb a lot. So you time this correctly and then you kind of like, you wait here, the screen like flashes, you click this really late and it kind of just like pushes you into this next part. I keep stumbling over my words because I'm trying to get through this really quickly. And then this one's the really cool one. This one's probably S. This is the one where, you know, everything kind of flashes, everything darkens. You kind of swing through this gap here. That one always felt really cool. That's a really cool ship click. I think this one goes in S. This part's messed up, by the way. I don't know if you guys have played the level. Well, whoever's played the level, if you've tried like wrapping your head around this section, it's kind of fucked up. You have to time this correctly, hold, go there, and then like click again. It's a really kind of tight space you have to go up there. It is very satisfying, and it got pretty consistent. So I think that gives these 2 clicks enough reason to go into A. I like these quite a bit. This is the cool one. This one's awesome. I really like this click. This is the one where you click this black orb kind of late, and you hold, and like, you know, the screen does all of its effect stuff, and you hold here to avoid these pink orbs, and you like go through this gap here. Like, this movement is really cool. I can play it in full speed. Like something about that movement is just really cool. So I think this one deserves, well, it's at least high A. Does it deserve S? I think probably. I think it does. So now we're at the ending, and this is actually where some of the most impactful clicks in the level are, I would say. These are the ones I think are cool. So you have this jump here. This jump feels cool. I like this one because it's like, it's just a very tight looking gap. It's very intimidating looking. Definitely better than average. I don't know if it's A. It is just kind of it's just a robot jump through a gap. I don't know if it really compares to some of these. I think this one's probably just a B. Yeah, and then we have these. So these are the ones I was talking about. You can see them very clearly, kind of just like glowing. They're just showing themselves. These are the dash orbs with these really cool like effects here. I feel like it's kind of a crime to put these anywhere other than either A or S. See, what's kind of hard though is like do we just put them all in S, or do I put them in A? They're really cool. I mean, I think the first one of them at least deserves S. Even if I'm not going to put all of them in S, I think, you know, at least the first one. And then you have the wave dash orb. I think the wave dash orb, if I put the robot dash orb in S, I think this one's got to go in S too. Like, it's probably cooler, so I think it's just kind of obligatory. Like, this just has to go up here also. It's a very cool click. Then you have this jump. I think this jump is probably a little cooler than the other clicks in the UFO, just because this slope kind of boosts you, and then you kind of, you know, it feels pretty cool. It feels a little cooler than that. I guess it could be A. So that's a low A. But then you have the dash orb. I think this one, I mean, I put the other ones in S. I think it is fair enough to just put them all in S. There's only 3 of them. It's not like they overstay their welcome too much. The effect is really cool. It feels cool, so I think it's deserving. I feel like the clicks in the ending are just kind of all on average, slightly above average at least, because, you know, it's a slow ending. The clicks feel a little more impactful on average. I don't even have any water. I'm gonna have to like end the stream by the way after I'm done, because my throat is not having a good time. This is it's been very intensive. Okay, so this is the jump that killed me at 96. So, you know, I have some feelings towards this jump. It's on its own, it's kind of just a whatever cube jump, so it'd probably be like a C or like low B without my personal experiences, but, you know, it killed me at 96. So I do have some sour feelings toward this one. I'll probably just put it in F. Like, I'm not too happy with that one. Seeing a triangle, this gives me A vibes. It's basically all I'm doing. It's like, oh, this. Yeah, that goes there. And we're on the last 3 inputs. Or sorry, 4 inputs. We have these 2 ship inputs. Kind of just like, doesn't feel too special. It is like at the very ending, but it's just kind of just flying through a little gap. It feels wrong to say that they're average though, just especially where they are in the level. But like, they don't feel like A tier to me. I can just put them in B, I think. And then we have the last 2. So we have this blue orb and then the triple spike, of course. This blue orb, it's kind of just another setup click for the triple spike, but you do have to pay attention. You can't click this very early. It is a pretty impactful click. You know, you can't just, we're talking about the last 2 inputs here. You gotta have your A game on here. You gotta click at these at the right time. So, you know, it obviously has some oomph to it when you do that, because it's like, you're at the ending. So I can't really call it average, but again, I mean, I don't think it's A. It's just, you're just switching gravity. You're going down. I feel like there's not much argument for me being much higher than B. All right, then we have the triple spike. So, you know, obviously if we're going based off of vibes, it's S tier. It is the last click. That's it. You're jumping into the end. I feel like it's wrong to give it anything other than S. You know, like come on. It's the triple spike at the end. Objectively speaking, it's just a jump, but I feel like after, you know, looking at all these, it's kind of a breath of fresh air. We are done. We got to the end. And that's kind of how it felt when I beat the level. It's like, that's it. So I think the feelings I felt when I passed this click are enough to warrant it being S tier. So there we go. That's the tier list. Every click in Kyouki ranked into a tier. We did it. I guess I'll look over it really quick just to see if there's anything that stands out that seems wrong. Let me look down here. Do I really hate all these clicks enough for me to be F? This one is not F. I just put an F because it was like at the start and I was like, oh, it's like really nothing. But like these clicks are not just really nothing. They have a hateful place in me. This one too. That one doesn't deserve F. Yeah, I think these are pretty fair. I don't know. There's not much to say. I mean, I gave them all as much thought as they deserve, I feel. At the end of the day, it is just a bunch of individual inputs in a level with 350 of them. I think we're done. I don't feel much need to analyze this further. Share on Twitter. How would that even... Okay, hold on a second. Okay, no, that doesn't work. What happens if I download it? I guess I can just download it. I guess I will tweet it, like... That was fun, I guess. I guess I would say that word to describe it. I was kind of just like running my mouth for 2 hours, but you know, we did something today. All right, thank you guys for watching the stream today. Hope it was entertaining, even if you guys can't exactly fully relate to everything I was saying, since, you know, I know the clicks better than pretty much everyone probably. But you know, I hope there was something we could get out of that. Yeah, I don't want to say much more words because my throat is upset with me. So hope you guys have a good rest of your day, I wish, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.